everybody. Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. I wanted to come down here real quick to talk about a couple of hot topics real quick. I wanted to go live, but my schedule wouldn't permit me to go live today because I had some stuff that I needed to do. But I wanted to come down here and talk about a couple of things. Now, first of all, when I did my review for the Real Housewives of Potomac the other day, y'all told me that Latto was on Watch What Happens Live. Okay. Now, for me, listen, it'd be hard for me to just really watch shows like that back to back. I could only give you an hour. I can only give you an hour. I hate the supersized shows that Bravo try to give us. Like when they give us a show for an hour and 15 minutes, it'd be too much for me because it'd be too much that you got to review. 15 minutes of a review and you got to watch everything and make sure you hear everything that person say. For me, I'm the type of person, if I'm watching a show, my phone is put down. And if I have to pick up my phone during the show, I'm not interested. And so for the most part, it depends on how my schedule works. But like, for instance, Beverly Hills, my phone was put down. My phone was put down and I would actually watch that show live because I feel like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, those were my girls. And my schedule permitted me the time to watch that show live. And so on commercial breaks, I would be calling my friends that I knew was watching it live. But for the most part, if I'm watching shows nowadays, I have YouTube TV now, and so I'm able to catch stuff on the DVR. I'm able to record it and just slide through the commercials. Thank God for the DVR because I would not be able to catch Watch What Happens Live with Gizelle and Latto on there. And the thing is, I don't really watch What Happens Live like that anymore. I remember back in the day, like season 2, season 3, season 4, Watch What Happens Live used to be a must watch, right? But it's just not that anymore. And if I'm going to watch What Happens Live, I have to watch it, the whole thing, because the clips online just don't be given to me. I do enjoy the games and stuff on Watch What Happens Live, but it depends on what type of guest they got there, which brings me to Latto. Okay? Y'all was right. Latto was not bringing it at all. Okay? Now, they tried to say that Gizelle and Latto look alike. I don't see it at all. I think that some people see light skin and automatically try to say that they were twinsies or twinning. I didn't see it. I just didn't see it. I'm looking at a picture of them right now. I just don't see it at all. I do see the light skin, but I do think that y'all think that because y'all see light skin, y'all see twinsies. I don't see twinsies, and I'm trying my hardest. I'm squinching my eye. To me, Gizelle is it. Capital IT exclamation point. Latto cute, but I just don't see it. But I think that y'all do that sometimes. Y'all will see two dark-skinned people say they look like y'all did that. Y'all even got the poor girl feelings hurt. Y'all told the girl she looked like Chili during the pandemic, and Chili had to say, "Girl, you got good hair, and we both a little dark-skinned, girl, but we don't look alike." I forgot what Chili said to her, but Chili ate the girl up. But they both look good. Now, Latto, I remember last week, Latto had to be on. This has to be the day. Remember when Cardi B, Cardi B and Nicki was getting into it last week, and Latto was in New York and she had came out of a building. She must have been at Watch What Happens Live because she had on the same outfit, unless she reusing the same outfit. You know, Andy don't like that. He called the girls out about that. Remember, he called Nene out like that. But I'm wondering, out of all the female rappers that we got right now, why would they pick Latto to be on Watch What Happens Live? Right? Why is she there? I never really paid attention to Latto like that. And I hear people say that she's boring, but that's exactly what she was given. And it was almost as if she wasn't media trained. To me, she seemed like she was a little bit high, right? It was given high to me. And I don't understand these girls that like to play this bimbo role. She kind of really wasn't answering questions like that. She kind of seemed like she was a little slow to me. And she couldn't really give a direct answer to really save her life. For instance, Andy asked her like 4 or 5 questions in a row, and all of the answers was Mariah Carey. We should know that if we say Mariah Carey one time, we need to come up with another answer. Right? I just feel like after we said Mariah Carey the first time, at least the first 2 times, we're not going to come back with Mariah Carey for the 3rd time. Okay? Then they played a game called Big D Energy where Andy was going to show some men, and based on their aura, you're going to say if they had Big D energy or not. But instead of saying if they had Big D energy or not, you was going to rate them on 1 through 10 based on the energy. And first they did Drake, okay? She said that she couldn't do it because Drake was bro. Okay, I got it. Then she said the second person wasn't her type. Then she said that she couldn't do it because she was in a relationship, and Andy was like, you know what? Let me just bail her. Girl, you killing the game. You killing the game. Just give a number. And if all else fails, just give everybody a 5 and a 6. You up here saying, oh, well, Kylie go with him, or I got a man. Girl, come on. Do you know what type of game show? Do you know what type of show that you're going through? Y'all are going to play games, shady games. And to me, it was just like a fun game. Okay? Then, in honor of Gizelle, them lying to Latto, telling her she looked like Gizelle, because I believe that Gizelle is it. She lost a little weight too, but I don't see it. But in honor of them being twinsies or twinning or whatever y'all want to call it, they played a game where they had to pick which Bravo celebrity. They were going to show us a Bravo celebrity in the same outfit, and they had to pick which Bravo celebrity wore the outfit better. And she couldn't even pick who had the best outfit. Andy had to bail on that game. It's like, why is Latto here? You get what I'm saying? Now, what I'm really here to talk about, what took the cake for me is that someone sent in a question and asked Latto who was her Mount Rushmore of female rap. Okay? And it seemed like for a second that she couldn't even really answer that. But she eventually did. Okay? She said her Mount Rushmore will be Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Little Kim, but first, it will be herself. Okay? Now, I would say, I think it's cool that she gave Nicki Minaj her flowers, even though they're not cool. We heard the phone call. Latto, you don't even know what you're saying. Nicki told her that on the phone call, girl. You don't even know what you're saying. She seemed not to know what she's saying. But I really do feel like there is not, if you don't have Nicki Minaj in your Mount Rushmore for female rap, it's not even credible. I'm not a Barb, but I like Nicki. Her behavior these last couple of weeks, well, these last 2 weeks has been questionable to me, but I do like Nicki. But Cardi not gonna convince me that she wasn't taking shots at Nicki. I understand what Nicki was going through. I don't understand the kids, but Cardi was definitely taking shots. And I'm not going to get on there, okay? But once she named, because she started the list off Latto. Once Latto started with herself, I knew that the list was incredible. And it's the audacity for me. I know it was a woman online. She went viral on social media. She was saying pretty punishment, and she felt like she was pretty because she was light skinned. I guess Latto felt the same way, that she could put herself in a Mount Rushmore. Right? A female rap. Come on, girl. I know sometimes people think that they have to do stuff like that because it's daring to believe in yourselves, but I don't think that Latto is even of the Mount Rushmore of today's female rappers. She's not even a Mount Rushmore of today's female rappers, and so it's just so laughable to me. The Mount Rushmore of today, because again, I don't think that it's a big three, but if we had to pick the top 4, in my head, I would pick Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Doja Cat, and Doechii. Or Megan Thee Stallion. I would have to, because I don't know if people I consider Doja Cat a rapper, and more than a rapper, I consider Doja Cat a lyricist. And people may not like her music, but you can't deny that from her. She is a lyricist. And so I will put Doja Cat up there. And I will put Megan up there too. I think that Megan is good too. And Doechii. Glorilla, not really my speed, but you can't deny her impact. So those are right now, those are 6 girls right now that we got above Latto. Those are 6 girls that I have just named right now that is above Latto in every way that you can name. So I don't even see, she's not even a Mount Rushmore of today female MCs. And so that's crazy. And it's so crazy because I even said this about Cardi B on her album. And I must say this, and I have to say it again, Cardi B put out a great project. The replay value on that album is top tier. When I heard it the first time, I was like, wash. But like the second day I was listening to the album, I thought that the album was good. I think that she really put out a solid project. The only song on the album that I'm not playing, there's only 2 songs on the album I'm not playing, and that's WAP and Bodega Baddie. I just can't get into it. I never really liked the WAP, but Bodega Baddie just don't do it for me. but Better Than You, she really ate on that. And people say a lot, and I know I'm talking about Latto, but people say a lot about Cardi B's voice and how she rap and how she talk, but I really think that it serves her well. I really do think that it serves her well. But in Cardi's album, she was doing a lot of talk about being an icon and stuff like that. And it's like in my head, I feel like the real icons of the world, Michael Jackson never called himself an icon. He let people do that. Beyonce don't go around calling herself an icon. She let other people do that. The same with Chris Brown and Usher. They let the public call him an icon. I don't know if I consider Chris Brown an icon, but I do hear a lot of people say that about him. I just don't see it. But I think that you should let other people do that, Cardi, instead of calling yourself an icon. Because I don't, icon. I like you and you are successful, but I don't know if I would say icon yet. Okay, but me, truthfully, I believe that Latto should have just left herself off the list because first of all, she doesn't deserve to be on the list. Let's make that clear. She doesn't deserve to be on the list, and I don't think that she genuinely believed that. Okay, and you hear this Mount Rushmore argument all the time, and people's Mount Rushmore, their list will be different for different reasons, right? So you have some people that will say Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is the first female rapper to win Album of the Year at the Grammys, right? With the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. But some people will strike that against her because she also does R&B music and she can sing, right? Some people will put Queen Latifah on their Mount Rushmore because she was the first solo female rapper to ever win a Grammy, right? Some people will say Salt and Pepper. Some people will have Salt and Pepper on their list because they was the first female act to win a Grammy and sell 1 million records, right? And some people will put the Brat on the list because she was the first female rapper to sell 1 million albums. I mean, 1 million records, right? So Salt and Pepper was the first to, they are a group though, so that's an act. And the Brat was solo, right? Lil Wayne, he has said publicly before that Missy is his favorite rapper, so she would probably be on his Mount Rushmore. So, I will always, if I'm going to pick a Mount Rushmore, I want to have somebody from the alpha. When I say alpha, I mean from the beginning of female rap. So you have to throw, you have to throw an MC Light or Queen Latifah in there or Roxanne Shante off there just off rip. And then you have to either pick somebody from the Kim and Foxy days and Eve days, and then you have to pick somebody from now today. People list will be different, and I love Kim and Foxy, but for me, I appreciate more of a Foxy. I appreciate her lyrical skill and I liked her attitude. So everybody list will be different. So there are countless female rappers out there that we can all put on the list, Mount Rushmore list. I like Kaya too. Now, do I think that she would be on my Mount Rushmore? No, but she is the queen of the South. I think that she can out-rap Trina any day of the week. But we can't deny Trina Bops, but I believe that she can out-rap Trina. She has I don't think that she gets the credit because people don't like her and her antics, but I think that Kaya can ride a beat. Kaya can ride a beat. That's my girl, okay? But nobody, and I do mean nobody, is putting Latto on a Mount Rushmore. I don't think that she's even in a Mount Rushmore of female rappers in Atlanta. And I can't name, I put Akbar before Latto. I'm not going to put Akbar before her. But I don't think that Latto at all deserves to be on no Mount Rushmore of female rap. The only person that probably put her on the list is 21 Savage. Okay? So that's all I want to come down here and talk about because y'all told me to watch Watch What Happens Live with Latto. I think that she was a bust. It really gives me that I don't really think that I really think a lot of people don't really watch Housewives. They or watch Bravo shows like that. She probably knew Gizelle because Gizelle was pretty, but I don't think that they look like twins at all. And I'm really, Gizelle is raising young daughters. And so I'm interested. I know that she is not raising her daughters. Let me not go down. Because it's always so funny how people champion some stuff, but they wouldn't do it for their daughters, right? Because Latto was acting a little weird to me, okay? But, I don't think that Watch What Happens Live was a good it was a good look for her. She was boring. She wasn't answering no questions. I don't think that she knew what type of show she was going to be on, and I'm wondering why she was even there. I'm wondering why she was even there. Okay, but y'all, that's all I got right now. Let me know what y'all think. Is Latto on y'all Mount Rushmore for female rap? And I know y'all gonna say no, but is she even on y'all Mount Rushmore for female rappers today? And let me know who is on y'all Mount Rushmore for female rap. Okay? But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.